Greetings, housemates, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. I'm Phwop, and this is the Darkness Estate. Alright, so let's see. We have lined up nothing too spectacular. I think we were looking at this mission. 12 deeds would be a nice haul. 11k gold will be good. We've got 7,000. We need a team to go out, however. And it looks like we are taking care of people rather well. I want to get all these level 3s to level 4, that is for sure. And this is room battles, so we do want to bring as much combat power as we can. Looks like Papillon is up. We don't have too much cash to spare, unless we're going to sell something. That's pretty useful. These little trinkets are pretty darn good. I find myself using this one. I don't like nerfing my dodge any more than I have to. I haven't really had a hard time hitting things. Let's look. So he's got level 4 weapons, level 3 armor. She's got 4 and 4. I'd like to have someone who can move backwards. Might be a good time for Gale. We can't afford to upgrade him, so no big loss there. Everyone else we would have to pay to upgrade. And where is this? In the Weald. I think Palmera might be a good choice. With 2 camping opportunities, plenty of time to remove diseases from anyone, and upgrades aren't so important for that guy. Now, is there anyone we wanted to level up? We got Theon, Neville, Benel, and Borchier. That's a pretty good boss team right there. So we probably can tackle a boss after this. Room battles. So you want kind of combat oriented. Yeah, Plague Doctor seems like a good idea. Soul Train, huh? I do love these. These are Kickstarter backer entered. Self-medicate. Seems like it's going to be worth it here. At this point in the game, I don't have a ton of extra cash, so I'm not going to be using the merchant trinket. And if we look here, it's going to be a long time before we get all these deeds, plenty of time to collect the crests we need. So, simply because I have the resources to spare, let's save ourselves 10%.
They must learn more than brutal bloodletting. They must learn to survive.
Basically the last thing I would spend time on. And we'll buy self-medicate here, since that's the only way you can cure diseases on, or that's the only way she can cure diseases on herself. Oh, I always forget the Plague Doctors are female. Okay, so that's saving me 1,750, which is fine. That's fine. Okay, let's equip that before I forget. And then let's see about upgrading people. Gale, fully upgrade. Palmyra, we don't have that kind of cash to spend. We're probably just going to upgrade skills. The extra health on Papillon would be good. She's all the way up. But I would rather have high level skills. Okay, maxed out, maxed out. Okay, he's loaded on skills, which is nice. Palmyra is close. Loaded on stun. Don't feel a real need to fully upgrade these. That doesn't come with a real damage increase. Also, Blight's going to be kind of worthless here. Disorienting Blast, huh? Incision stuff for the Plague Doctor. Let's see. Considering how often we get shuffled around, I probably should actually take Incision. Gale, what does Gale have here? Pistol shot, point blank shot, grape shot, duelist advance. That's pretty perfect. Papillon. The problem with lepers is in the wield are these those giants tend to cause you to flip-floppity around. I'd much rather have a bounty hunter, actually. But alas, my bounty hunters are busy de-stressing. Someone with that. Someone with a stun. Flashbanging the giant would be great. You know what? Unfortunately, we may have to skip on the soul train. The Sioux has... no. Well, we could cure ennui here. Because we do have a bounty hunter. And that bounty hunter has Mark, which isn't going to be terribly effective. But they will combo well with the stun. I suppose we could bring poor little Gilpin here. That's a lot of healing we're giving up on. But he can heal himself. Plague Doctor has himself restored. These other two, not so much. And they are running a little weak. Yeah, that just doesn't seem... not acceptable, especially when you consider all the upgrades. So we'll take Macy. We probably... okay, so we can mark from anywhere, collect bounty. Let's go ahead. That's the wrong Plague Doctor. Let's try Incision. Excellent crit chance. The crit chance does increase. The bleed isn't particularly fantastic, but here the bleed goes up. And here, neither crit nor bleed goes up. Preferably we won't be using this attack. It's a lot to pay for just accuracy at this moment. I'm gonna sell that. I think the Calming Crystal is a bit better. Keep us near 7,000. Now, oh, that's right. We wanted the stun amulet. Okay, well, this is the crew I am taking. There's no camping. Ugh, damn it, now I'm torn. I wanted the stun amulet. I'd forgotten. Alright, we'll wait on this crew. Next time. Let's take these three. And our upgraded Vestal. We can spend a little more money getting prepared if we need to. There we go. That is fine. Macy is ready. She's the one who's going to make sure everyone stays alive. Gale, this is in the cove. Opening a vein, that might be pretty good. If it bleeds, I'm into that. Bleed out. This isn't one I've ever actually tried. With one of those really high crit chances. It actually does extra damage. It only attacks rank 1. It causes bleed, but it does give you that self debuff. I'm a little tempted, but probably not this time. What's she using right now? Wicked Hack, Yelp, Breakthrough. I found If It Bleeds to be pretty effective. Let's look at him first. So in this party composition, damage, something, healing. The marking will be nice, negating protection. That means she can stick to non-DOT attacks with a high crit chance, as he can knock down their protection. This attack, a little less effective than I would like. I either want to go with, let's see, these two will be in the front. He'll be 3rd position, or last. Hound's Harry really wouldn't be too shabby. Let's look at the effectiveness. Here we get accuracy, and that's it. But it does hit all the enemies from anywhere. The mark, probably want to, if you can afford to make all these more effective, really. It's pretty cheap. And we'll pick which ones we really want. Let's go in with these as the ability to reduce stress. The bleed's not bad though. All these things in the cove, they're going to be quite tough. That's just, it might just not be enough bleed. And the stress heal is something we're probably going to need. Let's look at Macy's abilities. Yeah, she likes to be in rank 3. She can pump up our torch, so we don't have to bring so many torches. There's no camping. Let's level this up just in case. And we're ready to go. Sorry, I got mixed up there at the beginning. You know how it is. Going after the stun amulet, which is going to be awesome. I wouldn't mind grabbing that sometime. But we just want a short, quick one. And we're going to use as much XP on these guys as possible and bring them all up to level 3. This should... If we get a good haul, this should enable us to take out a boss next mission. It is going to be probably need about 20,000, so this might not do it for us. First off, I suggest you take pretty much all the food they offer all the time. In the cove, on a short one, we'll take 2 shovels. Two herbs, 1 key. And take 12 torches. Since this is a kind of underpowered squad, we want to keep the light super high all the time, even though we have, and I'd probably take 16 if it weren't for illumination, which we will be using. Illumination also nice because she has access to the highest accuracy because she's highest level, and this is a level 4 ability, thus making it quite accurate, since accuracy only comes from skill levels. And the ability to reduce enemies' dodge, which should let our weaker troops hit. So now that we know what we are up to, let's make him dodgier and more stress resistant. 20% trap disarm is all we're going to get since we're adventuring in the light. Let's go with extra Vestal. She doesn't stun, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's make her go fast, however. Then we can get that illuminate off and debuff their dodge first thing, as her speed will be excessive. Here, we really want to stack damage and crit chance. She's got a nice little self-heal. And I can't afford to have her stress, so we're going to nerf her speed instead, which is a little sad, but... Highwayman, let's up his speed. He does lose accuracy, but we can make up for the accuracy. Note that this would combine well with the focus ring. Your dodge would remain unaffected, but you'd get 12 accuracy, 1 crit chance, 2 speed, and 8 dodge. You know what? Matter of fact, let's do that. Well, I suppose it's really 6 accuracy. Here, -3 speed, plus 20% damage. Let's take Eldritch Slayer. And last but not least, we can debuff increase, debuff resist. What debuffs actually are? Good question. Let's have trap disarm here. Let's swap that up. Let's have toughness here, as he is pretty weak, and she is significantly tougher. And we'll have trap disarm on her. We will swap that around for whoever is most stressed out. Since we'll keep the... Alright. So we are fully kitted out. Armor, weapons, skills, items, provisions. Let's go. So, I'm starting to suspect that, and I had a discussion with Clayton Blazer, one of our longtime viewers and subscribers, since my last channel. That
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming
Okay,
with
so this
pelagic
is
nightmares.
6.
They must
We
be
might have
flushed
overdone
out.
it when it comes to provisions. I forgot how small these initial missions are. I'm starting to suspect that scouting actually occurs. There's a chance per character you have. I'm sure there's an innate scouting statistic if that is true, and that people have varying amounts of scout. And that when you actually scout these, when you scout multiple times, that's multiple characters succeeding. And that would indicate that if you have multiple characters skilled at scouting, because each successful scout will reveal one hallway's distance away from you. Like ordering a larger pizza, you're going to reveal far larger total area as you increase the radius of your scout. So if your scout radius is 1, you reveal the 2 adjacent rooms. Especially if you're in the Warrens where everything is super close together in a boxy format. If your scout radius is 1 in the center of the Warrens, you're going to reveal 4 rooms. If it's 2, then you're going to reveal an additional 8 rooms. You're going to reveal 12. So you go from 4 to 12. And if it's more than that, you're going to reveal a ton more rooms. So it might be that having multiple characters skilled at scouting is going to make you a boatload of, let's see, extra shovels can be used on that. I certainly don't want to claw my way through by hand. But let's skip it for now. Alright, we are in Radiant Light by 1 point. Yay! Like I said, she goes first. Let's illuminate. Pelagic wide mouth. These guys are all bad news bears. He's got bonus accuracy, and he's going to use point blank shot. Probably we're going to use breakthrough here. Eldritch. Okay, they are dealing solid damage to us, but we do 6 to 12 damage, partially thanks to the anti-Eldritch ring we're wearing. And that puts them all quite low. If we'd used Hound's Harry, it would have killed some of these. These guys do deal the damage. Oh, come on. Okay, let's actually take one out if we can.
Confidence
play it safe.
as the enemy crumbles. Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive. As the fiend
Okay, one thing about losing
a
damage to this
faint
debuff
hope
is you don't
blossoms.
always need extra damage, you just need an attack to hit to kill some, so. Let's start recovering some. %, chance to crit. The more of those we use, the better. He's not gonna be able to do too much for us. That was a good cure there, sir. She can heal and buff herself. We are about to go into a room, an unknown room. let us get our heal on. This time, if we all go before it, then it might die. Sadly, no. But its turn didn't turn out so bad.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them.
Yay, goodies.
all.
Okay, and our light, conveniently, is maxed out. Note that they can use spearfishing on anyone. Or at least, well, maybe it was just the back 2 ranks. That seems kind of likely. Going in here. No camping, eat twice. Let's feed. Okay, we definitely over-provisioned. Still, it wasn't too expensive. These things are dodgy and fast. Let's make sure we can kill it. 21% chance. 3 to 5. 6 to 10. Let's make sure we can finish her off. Maybe a Hound's Harry is going to be enough. As our party's pretty weak to stress. We're not terribly strong against anything in particular, but it's because we're adventuring above our level a bit. Good damage, and that is her life. Thanks for the bleed. She is doing extra damage right now. Before we weaken her, let's do this.
The slow death.
Our AoE, if our highwayman gets to go, should be enough to finish him off. She can deal with that. Ooh, that's bad.
As life ebbs,
Oh, please don't die.
terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Okay, let's get him off death's door.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Her damage buff is making her pretty brutal. And we'd like to use that food we have. Alright, so our highwayman is gone. If he gets reduced to death door, we will get a chance to heal him with the Vestal first. Otherwise, this thing is faster, I think, than our Vestal. So we can definitely survive this, which means, weirdly enough, we're going to focus on restoring, even though one of our people could be potentially killed. Not killed, but horrifically maimed. Because we really want to get some healing done. Alright, it's turn 3. That's fine. He can heal himself. It's actually totally good. He takes one for the team. Now we're in a much better position with him at like 10 health, able to survive most hits, probably. Let's go ahead and get him restored. And let her finish him off. Taking the debuff here doesn't really make much difference. And that crit should restore a little bit of, stress. Oh, an extra medicinal herbs. So we'll be free to use that to gather some extra food back there. Which is going to be a nice bit of healing. How do we feel? Could be trapped. How do we feel about using a shovel here? I'd say too soon. Too soon to use up one of our shovels. With 3 medicinal herbs, feel totally free to do this. And man, was that worth it. 2,250 gold worth 2 food and a spare shovel. Well, okay. That fish ate a shovel. Nice. Also nice. Let's try and focus down this thing in the back. Good, good. And then we don't want diseases from the likes of you. We'll keep these guys in front locked down for the moment. This thing is terribly fast.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Crits are rough, but that guy can self-heal. And otherwise, he doesn't add that much to combat power. Let's crit for fish. Okay, the stun's gonna put him out of action for a significant amount of time. This does extra damage to beast. Let's make sure this thing... Yes, that's gonna kill that. Good job. Okay, they're all about some spear fishing. Time for her to pour on the restore. Resist the snaily influence. All right, our speed, dodge, and damage are all tanking right now. Stun resist 70%, stun chance 144. Three to 6. Let's just try and kill this thing. Okay, when this jellyfish dies, it will pull him forward. This eldritch thing, putting bleed on it isn't going to be enough. Let's self-heal.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
And now it's time to yelp. Want to fish for crits? Good time for that. Resist my bleed. We'll kill that before it gets its action, since it gave us the chance. We're about to go into a room. So let's make sure to get prepared. Significantly better attack against one target. Very nice. Let's use this whenever you get the opportunity. Let's get that damage buff for when we go into the room so we can start off strong. And let's try and finish him off before he does anything to us. Don't get your self-heal there, it looks like. Not enough. More medicinal herbs. That shouldn't be a problem, but it's nice to know.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Okay, eat up your food. Move here. Torchlight drops. Use your torch since we have so many.
A blazing star is born.
And the only question is point blank shot or grape shot. Let's go with grape shot. She has her damage buff and she's gonna get to use, no, the other way around. Since she'll have her damage buff for a couple turns, I don't want to nerf her damage by using breakthrough unless I have to. The way the Hellion works is generally at the beginning very effective at dealing large amounts of damage, and then you kind of go through these 2 turns of weakness followed by a couple turns of kicking ass, depending on how you feel about it. Let us begin. This is the dodgiest thing. So let's try and de-dodge it. Plus we kind of want to focus it. Can't let these things live.
That devastating blow.
Gale agrees with me, it seems. If we put bleed on this now, that'll really help finish it off later. Not that I don't want to maul the crap out of this guy, but the chances of ending his life, oh well, let's do it. We want him dead as soon as possible. And yeah, that's probably guaranteed now. Oh look, thankfully we put that bleed on him. He won't die this turn, but he will die next. Okay, this thing is doing extra damage, accurate and crit chance. Fortunately, its damage really isn't that good to begin with, but unfortunately, whew, as long as it doesn't crit, we're probably okay.
For death,
excellent. Okay, so that was the right choice. Let's bleed this little beastie. No, how can you not hit? Ow, we could have saved so much health. That accuracy buff, not really doing the job. Let's fish for crits, and we will just wear down the snail a little bit. While we recuperate somewhat from this fight. Die, corpse. We may be asking for a disease, but I'd rather have that than no health. And its buff ran out. Alright, that's what we needed. Get off me, snail. Dodge and speed penalties. Her extra damage versus Eldritch lets her pierce that thing's armor. 30% blight and disease resist.
They can be beaten.
That's pretty awesome. Crests. As I said, we don't really need portraits. Yeah, I need Jade more than I need portraits. At this point. Once heirlooms aren't worth anything, they are worth pretty much nothing. So feel free to ditch them. While that damage buff is active, I want to be able to use my 3-person AoEs and wipe them out if I can. I've not gotten any scouting. Thanks, game. Alright, medicinal herbs are pouring in from all over the state.
In Radiance, may we find
We're gonna
victory.
ditch 2 torches to make room for cash, because cash is what we need. We're not really ahead on food. And I want to start saving food in case we need to kill something. Come on, scouting.
The light, the promise of safety.
There is a chance we'd have to eat 3 times. Down, 7 down. All of these things are fairly dodgy. Let's try and take care of that. Yeah, see. Sadly, not enough to kill it. And well, thankfully we reduced that thing's ability to dodge, because otherwise... Stunned and bleed resist reduced. If we get pulled forward, that's not so bad. Give me the crits, yo. Let's put some damage on that. Okay, chance is the same. 5 to 12 damage. Yes, if we're lucky, we can prevent that thing from acting. It looks like we kind of get free reign here to do whatever we feel like. I don't mind healing.
Masterfully
To
executed.
try and save you. When 2 people don't have stress, that's the worst time to use Cry Havoc, because the best thing about it is it hits 4 people. The worst thing about it is per person, there's a 1 in 3 chance it does nothing. So definitely focus on what it's good at, and that's turns out okay. Nothing to do here but heal ourselves and buff our damage. If we're lucky, we can beat this thing out. We're less than lucky, but that's fine. The Houndmaster can take care of himself. It gives us a little more time to restore. Let's just aim this with the highest chance of causing a crit.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Oh, that was inefficient. Well.
As the light
ahead and use
gains
it.
purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Okay, this mission hasn't been so bad. Now is a good time to use a shovel, I think. He says. Far too soon. Hey, another emerald? Oh, we don't have room for half of this. Okay, I will gladly ditch that for money-making stuff, because money, 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 money. Crests. I don't think we really need busts, but we do need crests. Or we want crests a little more than busts. Okay, we want 2 food pretty bad. Okay, next fight using the dog tree.
Curious is the trap maker's art, his efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Okay, good timing for dog treat. Eldritch. I'm surprised there's not more beast here. I feel like Beast is... Alright, what do I want? That thing, not terribly dodgy. These things, somewhat dodgy. Let's nerf that thing's dodge. Oops. That thing is going to take a lot of concentrated beating, but we really don't want these to buff it. That would be the worst. Ugh. That's just not enough.
Precision and
okay,
power.
That's good. One of these is obviously going to make it through to the next round. Guess we're not going to kill that. Okay, sadly they all live. Okay, this might be alright. If we can kill that one before it acts, that would be nice. Ah, my arteries. Sadly, it gets to act. Thankfully, it somehow misses. Wait, what? Oh, it shifted. Oh, now that sucks. Okay, let's just focus it down.
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow.
Takes like my whole turn to do so. Alright, arterial pinch on our Hellion. Not the Hellion's biggest concern. Our damage, everything is kind of low here. Let's just heal up, kind of tank a bit, cure that business. The stress damage has remained pleasantly low throughout this. We do need to switch her to healing duty. Now, this thing will heal this thing up so much faster than we can kill it that we have to simply take it out. Okay, now we probably can beat this thing on our own. It is going to be a pain, as you can see. Okay, point blank, that's bad. We definitely need to go before it. Fortunately, it's quite slow. Thankfully, we're no longer bleeding. Well, our Vestal can't actually heal from that position, so we need to push her back. Okay, that was good. Worth. He can bleed just fine. She needs to... We need to let the Highwayman deal damage and move her up. She's gonna be not so worthwhile anyway. Yay. Now, need to mark this anyway and then push him back. We need that Vestal doing her thing. And we need this Hellion more towards the front. Okay, he's gonna hang back here. Yes, and hopefully just crit the crap out of it. And we're gonna stack anti-protection debuff on him so that our Hellion can actually work away at it. Now, he is going to die of all this bleed. 16 damage per round. We need that. That is going to take him to 0 health immediately. now we need him out of there. This guy. We need him to start moving up to push our Vestal back to where she can group heal. As is, he's going to hit Death's Door over and over again. We're just hoping that this crab can't get that far back. But with its protection gone, we should be able to finish it off in one more round. Now, how far do we have to go? We have a ways to go, so unfortunately... Okay, let's cure that anti-heal. These two will both die over time thanks to this stupid nerve pinch, if we kill it now. It is turn 8. That is
on the brink,
bad news bears.
Facing the abyss.
He can heal himself. Okay, please spread your awfulness around, you jerkbag. 8 damage. Is it gonna summon reinforcements? I don't really have much choice. Just one more turn. At least my Hellion goes last. Balls. It's gonna cause a lot of stress, but we need to try this anyway. Okay, turn 10. Extra bad news.
Breath from becoming unwound.
Okay. He'll live, just barely. And it's time to finish this stupid fight.
The bigger the beast.
Tell me that was the end of the quest.
Glory.
Okay, citrine and crests. Yeah, one last scout. Thankfully, there are no more room battles, so I believe this is the end of the quest. And I would like to take both of these home. There is a chest here. Key. There is no use for shovels. And we forgot to use the damn dog tree. So we have plenty of room for all that. Alright. So that was everything this group had. Maybe a little extra. There's a fight right outside this door. We are not interested in that fight. Deeds. Everything else. Holy water. Don't waste it. Let's peek outside the door. Take the crate. We shouldn't hit Death's Door or anything worse. I could have knocked the light down to 0. I should have done that first, since we're not interested in struggling through this next fight to see what that is. Sadly, 3 slots remain full of things that aren't goodies, but we made it through. The stress wasn't too bad overall. No diseases were acquired, he says. Oop, too soon.
Wholesome marine life can flourish.
At
Indeed,
last.
there is such a thing.
What an excellent quote. At last, wholesome marine life can flourish, if there is such a thing. Agreed, the oceans are full of death. We should pollute it as fast as possible to take them out before they take us out. Okay, we just barely broke 10k between collected treasure and the quest reward. 40 crests, and it looks like 6 deeds. And of course our stun amulet. Decent haul. Thankfully, everyone gets level 3. That'll be nice. Ruins Tactician replaces Eldritch Hater. That sucks. Eldritch Hater was really rocking it for us there. That's why she was doing so much damage. Spotted Fever reduces our blight resist. Not the worst. Not the worst.
I was lord of this place.
Alright, syphilis cured, tetanus, and the Black Plague.
And rats made it their domain.
Once again. Theon, slow reflexes removed, hard noggin reinforced. Yay! And yeah, okay. So far, just like I've been saying, I think it seems I've never yet had it not cure all the ancillary diseases. Stout, Adventure, Clutch Hitter, Clotter, Wield, Scrounger, Natural Eye. No, why do I even look? Getting an idea of what trinkets are out there, I think is worthwhile. So I just stopped by there to take a peek. Okay, we're nowhere near purchasing anything useful, any of our major goals here. And if I wanted to, you know, oh, yep, nope. Maybe only the first upgrade there is really going to be worth it. So, was it her that I really wanted to lock down some of these good ones? Okay, so notably, once you get a full set, you really want to have locked stuff down. If you haven't reached a full set of positive quirks, then there's not too much to worry about, because all your positive quirks are just going to keep stacking on. But once you get maxed out, that's when it becomes really dangerous for your favorite quirks. For us, Eagle Eye and Manslayer would be great, and if we're not taking her out on a boss mission, then we might just go for those. I don't think I need a tough ring, so let's look at what the boss mission rewards are. Blight, Bleed, and Debuff Resist, but it nerfs your skills. But it's also the Swine King, and he is real brutal. We've already got one of these, don't we? We do not. I don't think we really have enough cash to properly outfit and upgrade our squad. Because it looks to me 2,000, 4,000, although her armor is cheap, right? Yeah, let's do 2,000, 4,000. $8,000. So at least 10K just in armor and weapon upgrades alone, and we don't have nearly that much. So let's then, in that case, let's go ahead and cure Thin-Blooded and lock in Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye being the ultimate quirk for the Arbalist. Her accuracy is already really high. The thing that's really potent about her, like a Hellion, she has a ridiculous crit chance. And then it's increased plus 8% crit versus marked targets, and that'll be plus 9, plus 3. That gives her a 20% crit chance just from quirks, equipment, and skills. Base with this attack against marked targets, which is insane. And then you can have 3 from the dark, and then you can have, like, what do we have from equipment? 2, 3 more, something like that. Anyway, yeah, you're talking about like a 26% crit chance base, and then yeah, 28. You're pushing 30%, which is so good since it restores stress to the party, and of course does boatloads of damage. Oops. So Gonna lock that in. I know it's gonna cost us 6K. That's most of what we got. I guess we should pick what adventure we want to go on. We do have something new to sell. Book of Constitution isn't that bad, but Plague Doctor, Stun, Blight. Okay, that is not bad, and we would. That's not so bad either. I want that one. No, not me. Okay, so this time let's just cherry pick what item we want. Suncloak, really not bad. If you plan on adventuring in the light, this is guaranteed bonus. It is not hard to stay in the light. It really wants to give us one of these shields, and I really wouldn't mind having one of those shields. So these are our choices. How's he doing? He's ready to level up. I am ready to have him at level 3 sooner rather than later. Also, 100% of room battles on a veteran long quest, that is too much for us right now. The rewards are great, not interested. This one, activate 3 infected corpses, that could be over fairly quickly, usually isn't. But good scouting could let us do this one in the Weald. So let's do that and get Gilpin up to level 2 at least, plus collect one of these Rampart shields. That mission's not overly brutal, and it lets us prepare for the future, because it won't cost us too much in resources. Long missions do cost a lot to send people out on. I did look up a little bit about Curious. It seems there's a 20% chance to cause you to activate any curio. And I have found it to be rather brutal. I am sick of it. I would like to get rid of it. But let's look at the crew we want to take out. What do they have that's bad? Theon. So our boss fight is going to be Theon, Bershir, Bonell, and someone else. Someone non-religious, so no Vestal. Perhaps we will go with Past Fourier would be my choice. So we should send him on this next mission. He won't be leveled up enough. Where's Woodard? No, he's not even close. I wouldn't cry about taking... Yeah, it'll really depend. We could get Simnel up in there. Let's try and push past Fourier to level 4. We might have to wait one more time. Sickly is bad. Since I know I'm not taking Renaud anywhere, let's get rid of Curious. When it comes to stress, Gilpin is the most stressed. That's not too bad. If we take a crew of, let's take Gilpin, Reims, Past Fourier, Mandeville. It's a little unreliable when it comes to healing. Wield, we might really want Palmera. His anti-beast would be good. Wield Explorer. Alright, maybe we'll leave Rames off this time. Let's take one of our man-at-arms. Let's take Paxidok. He's heard of this legendary shield thing. Okay, the equipment is all fairly good. Obviously, he could do with a level 4 anything, but we can't really afford it right now. Maybe. The disease resist is solid, but you never know when that's gonna happen, and -2 speed, and blight resist, so let's sell that. Stun amulet is really good. Let's go ahead and up his damage and crit chance by a bit. And then here's what's going down next episode. We're assaulting the Weald in hopes of retrieving the Rampart Shield that Paxidokar has heard of. We're taking Pasfourier, who can take advantage of the marks that Gilpin can lay down, who's hoping to prove his veterancy to everyone else, since he is the only level 1, the only person below level 3 even. And Mandeville is tagging along to put the heal on. Now note that weird reconstruction, as the chance to cause bleed has increased and the damage from that bleed has increased, is now significantly worse to use on lower level heroes, because lower level heroes do not have the bonus resist that higher level heroes do, because every resolve level gives you 10% resist everything, including stress, I'm pretty sure. I know it increases your stress resistance, and my guess would be 10% from all of the numbers I've seen. But yeah, so there you go. Nicely, being a clotter makes his heal, weird reconstruction, super nice on Paxidokar. So, until next episode, thank you so much for watching. Please give us a like if you enjoyed this content, and a subscription if you want to know when more content like it is coming out. Do check out Lethe's channel. There's a link at the bottom of my description in every video, and the BleakHaus collaborative channel as well. We will be doing later today our first house call video. And we'll be doing that about once a week. No rush, no pressure. Check it out if you feel like it. We're just going to be talking about whatever we feel like and the state of BleakHaus, how it's going. But things seem to be going rather well in our playthrough here, as well as at BleakHaus in general. And, oh, do note I put out the first of my Advent calendars yesterday. Another Advent calendar, day 2, is going up today. We're going to be talking all about XCOM 2 in that series, and I think it's going to be really cool. I spent a lot of time making a pretty awesome video for the day 1, so do check it out. But since everything's going so well, you know that it must be all downhill from here.